is up? I'm here with your TNA review this week, and it was one hell of a show. I mean, the final Deletion indeed caused a lot of buzz and a lot of hype, and it was one hell of a show. We had some great matches. We had the Ultimate X match. We had a Knockouts street fight. I mean, TNA give us some pretty good concept matches. I mean, it's not like you can go anywhere else and see, like, women going at it in a street fight. Just saying. We had a King of the Mountain Championship match too, and of course, the final Deletion. Oh, Brother Nero. So yeah, let's get on with it. But I just want to give a shout out to everyone who watched the review last week and who left a like, and I saw some familiar faces in the comment section below, so thank you for coming all the way from my YouTube channel and supporting me and leaving nice comments down below. And for all the rest of yous, I mean, you're just dummies and you're all just Brother Neros. So I mean, so yeah, let's get on with this week's review, and it all kicks off with the Miracle, Mike Bennett and Maria. Maria looking, you know, like Christmas came early. But, you know, I was waiting for her to be a bit more, you know, verbal like she usually is, but that didn't happen. Well, it didn't at the start anyways. But, Mike Bennett wants to cash in his golden ticket, which is, of course, his X Division Championship. And he wants to cash in tonight. He calls out Dixie. Dixie comes out after having a week off, and she says that is not going to happen, Mike. That ain't happening. But you will be defending your title tonight in an Ultimate X match. And I feel like TNA have really been spoiling us with these Ultimate X matches, because we just saw an Ultimate X match like a few weeks ago. And, I mean, not that I'm complaining. I mean, the Ultimate X match is just amazing. I mean, and if you don't know what an Ultimate X match is, if you didn't watch TNA like from the start and you just watched it for the final Deletion, I mean, you missed out. I'm just saying, because it's a pretty good match, and I would advise everyone to Google the Ultimate X match and watch as many as Ultimate X matches that you can watch. But this Ultimate X match had all the X Division roster in, and that was Trevor Lee, Andrew Everett, Braxton Sutter, Rockstar Spud, DJ Z, Mandrews, Eddie Edwards, and of course Mike Bennett. So yeah, it was a pretty X Division match. I mean, what else do you expect in an X Division match? You expect all these guys jumping and crawling and climbing and flying and diving and everything. I mean, there's not anything that these guys cannot do, because they can do everything. But I think Mike was definitely struggling in this match. And just a word of advice, Mike, you don't really jump for the title. You gotta crawl, you gotta climb, you gotta use, you know, everything that's around you, you know, just saying. But yeah, it was a good match. We saw, you know, Spud, he got kicked in the jaw, by Braxton, and, you know, he needed some medical attention. He was bleeding, so, you know, since Spud is a diva, he had to leave the match. And we saw a pretty incredible moonsault by Mandrews. I mean, from all the way up there, I mean, so good. And Mandrews is very talented, and if you just watched TNA this week and you haven't, like, you know, watched TNA for the past few weeks, let me just tell you, you gotta watch out for Mandrews, because this guy is super talented. He's a British boot camp winner. So yeah, watch out for the guy. But we have a new X Division champion, and it is none other than Eddie Edwards. And did you see how Mike Bennett, you know, uses a ladder to try and get the title? But, you know, a true X Division warrior just needs to, you know, climb and crawl to get it. And Eddie Edwards, I mean, that's what he did. So yeah, great match. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another Ultimate X match in a few weeks, or even next week. I wouldn't be surprised. But we see some footage of Drew and Ethan last week when you know, they got into a bit of a brawl. You know, their verbal argument just, always turns into some punches and jabs, and aren't they the same thing? Well, yeah, whatever. But, yeah, and then we have the King of the Mountain Championship match, and Eli Drake. I mean, the way he just comes out with his title, like, the way, he's the best thing ever. Like, I admire him. I just admire him. But he's going to defend his title against James Storm, and it's good to see James Storm in action. We haven't really seen him in any wrestling matches. So yeah, I didn't really expect this to be quite a good wrestling match, only because of the character Eli Drake plays. He does play the cowardly heel. And of course, he used his title and got disqualified. I mean, why wouldn't he do that? I mean, you dummies. But yeah, Eli Drake retains his championship, and that is because he used his title and he used the belt and attacked James Storm. So yeah, sorry cowboy, but sorry about your damn luck. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing where this is gonna go. But then we see Marty backstage, and she tells Jade to come out and play with her baton. And we also see Eddie Edwards, and he has to make the decision later on in the show whether or not he's gonna cash in his title for option C. But then we see the Knockouts street fight. I mean, it's a street fight, and I feel like Jade, she just looks like she was born to be in every street fight. I mean, the whole look, she has just such a great, like, the blue hair, everything, and I feel like she's, like, she would be a great character in, like, Tekken, Dead or Alive, or even Mortal Kombat. I mean, she's just, I love her. But, yeah, they have a street fight match, so it's Jade and Marty Bell, and, we saw some good spots. I wanted the match to be a bit more aggressive. I wanted to see a little bit more from Marty. I mean, listen, look, you guys were best friends, or DFFs, doll friend forever, and, like, you guys, like, you need to be, like, tearing each other's hearts out. You need to be pulling each other's hair and weaves and whatever out. And, like, yeah, but, we did see Jade with the nunchucks, of course, because Marty had her baton with her. But, yeah, it was an okay match. It was a good match. But, yeah, again, like the King of the Mountain Championship match, there was nothing so spectacular about the match. But, Jade wins with the package pile driver, and of course she used a steel chair to her advantage. And yeah, sorry Marty, but yeah. But I love the match. I mean, it's a street fight. It's not like, we get to see street fights every day, but we do see some great knockouts matches in TNA, and that is why I absolutely love TNA. But then we also see, the build-up to the final deletion, and we see Jeff Hardy at his house with his guitar, and then suddenly we have all these drones coming and attacking Jeff, and Jeff with his guitar. I mean, this is honestly so unique, and these guys have been watching so many sci-fi movies and stuff, because I mean, this was just great. And I mean, everyone's already said it. There's nothing left for me to say. It was just absolutely great, and yeah, it really, got us a bit pumped for the main event, which was the final deletion. But then the Miracle come out again. Mike, he's just a diva. He's just a diva. Somebody sent him to WWE because he just can't accept the fact that he lost, and he is not X Division material. So he comes out and, demands Dixie to come out because this was apparently very unfair. But Billy comes out, and, I'm really appreciating how Billy is getting more involved in storylines and how he's coming out and how we're seeing more of his personality. But Dixie comes out too, and wow, Maria, wow. She got a bit crazy. Somebody sent her to therapy. I mean, we all kind of need therapy in reality, really. I mean, but, yeah. So, if Dixie doesn't put Mike in the main event between Lashley and Eddie Edwards, for, of course, you know, the World Heavyweight Championship, the Miracle will leave. And Dixie, you gotta decide, is it you or is it me? I just can't, like, how did Maria just stay in character? I gotta give her credit for that. She's so good on the mic. I mean, even Mike couldn't keep a straight face, but I really, really loved how Billy got involved and how Billy told her to shut up. I found that very entertaining, and I hope we can see more of Billy's personality. But yeah, so Billy, he tells the Miracle that if they want to leave, they can leave. He'll even hold the door open for them, and I'm just like, my kind of guy. You open that door, Billy, for them. But they're not leaving, but Mike makes it very clear that he will be ruining Destination X next week. So I'm really excited to see what he's going to do, and I hope to see this crazy, psychotic Maria again. I mean, we have a lot of psychos going on in TNA. I mean, Broken Matt, Rosemary, they're all just crazy, aren't they? I mean, just saying. They're all very crazy. Rosemary especially, but she's hot and crazy, you know? Just saying. But then we also see another clip from the final Deletion. We see Broken Matt, you know, instructing Senor Benjamin on, you know, using a lot of gasoline generously for the battlegrounds, as he said. So yeah, I think we're all really appreciating Senor Benjamin, and I hate to break it to you, but yeah, in reality, Senor Benjamin is Rebby Sky's dad. Just saying. I just stalk her on Snapchat because I don't have a life. So, like, just saying. But, let's get back into the fantasy world. But, yeah, loving Senor Benjamin, and I hope we can see more from him. We also see Lashley backstage talking about Eddie Edwards, and, you know, if he, you know, cashes in his title, he better be ready to get destroyed. Yeah, but then we see a tag team match, and this is a bromance, of course, with Raquel against the Decay. Now, I am totally loving how, you know, the bromance actually look like a tag team now, especially with Raquel. I see the colors, I see the gold, I see the purple, and I think we really might just have something good here. Before the match started, and when the Decay came out, Jessie had some footage to roll, and, you know, we've been seeing Jessie and Raquel, you know, whispering and whatever in the corner, but, like, this was because Robbie can't keep a secret, and we all know that one person that can't keep their mouths shut, and they can't keep a secret, but, Jessie, yeah, he has some footage to show us, and it's Bram and Rosemary making out. Like, who saw that coming? I mean, only last week we just saw them, you know, getting a bit steamy, but, like, now it was just, like, real steamy, you know? Like, real steamy. But, girl, kiss the boy and make him cry and drink his tears at night. I had to get a little rhyme in there. But, yeah, so that was a bit of a interesting, touch to the match, you know? The fact that we found out Rosemary's secret, so I'm hoping to see Bram next week, and, yeah. This could be a better love story than Romeo and Juliet, just saying. But, this match was pretty entertaining. I mean, we have a range of characters here, and I was really impressed by Raquel, I gotta say, from, like, this was not her first match in TNA, because she did, wrestle, in, Knockouts Knockdown, and I saw a lot of improvement from her, and, you know, she's going in with those drop kicks, too. It just makes the bromance look more stronger, because we know Jessie for his awesome drop kicks. You know, Robbie sometimes does the flying stuff too. So we may just have something good there. But of course, the bromans win in this match. Sorry, Decay, but not today. Getting another rhyme in. But yeah, so interesting match. I actually really enjoyed this match. But yeah. And then, you know, we see Eddie Edwards. He comes out and he has to make his decision to, you know, is he going to cash in the X Division title or is he not going to? So, you know, he's about to tell us his decision, and then Lashley comes out. He tries to intimidate Eddie Edwards, but, like, Lashley, I'm sorry, Eddie Edwards is just not afraid of you. Like, no. But Eddie says, you know, his family, his friends, and his head, you know, everyone's telling him and everything's telling him, you know, take the safe option, just walk away with the X Division title, but his heart is telling him something different. So Lashley suggests a match, title versus title. Whoever wins gets to keep both titles. Or he can just take the safe option and, you know, run away. But of course, Eddie Edwards agrees to the match. So I'm really looking forward to this match. Lashley, I just hope you're ready for some Eddie Edwards, because I think you just might, you know, be in for a surprise. But, like, I really have seen a huge improvement from Eddie Edwards, because I remember, you know, when the Wolves would come out together and, like, you know, I've always felt like Davey was stronger on the mic, but now that, you know, Eddie Edwards is doing his thing on his own, he was pretty good this week on the mic, and he definitely proved me wrong. I mean, he was extremely good on the mic this week, and yeah, I'm really excited for this match. But of course, Lashley attacked Eddie Edwards, but then, you know, Eddie Edwards gave him some X Division flavor, so yeah, I'm really pumped for next week. So yeah, and then we see Drew and Galloway and their weird interview. But yeah, you know, they kind of talk it out like men. But so Ethan makes it clear that Drew, he's gonna kick your ass at Destination X, so you better be ready. So I'm really looking forward to this. I feel like Drew is gonna be turning into a heel quite soon, and I want to see that, because since he has made his debut, he's been playing the face, and I want to see Drew as a heel. I want to see that. I think he'd play the role pretty well. So yeah, and then let's get into it. The final Deletion. Okay, now everyone's already said everything, and I gotta say the same. It was great. It wasn't so much about the wrestling. It was about telling a story, and it was just so intense, and it was just so exciting, and it was something so different. And TNA have never ever done anything like this before. The music was on point. We had some great camera shots, great camera angles. You know, it was out of the impact zone, so it was a great location to film in, you know, in North Carolina, where there's some meaning and there's some emotion between the Hardys. There was a lot of symbolism going on. There was a plot twist. I mean, Willow and then Senor Benjamin, we thought he died, but, like, you know, Matt made it pretty clear to us on Twitter that Senor Benjamin is healthy and well, so whew, relief. But it was a great match, and it was amazing, you know, Jeff Hardy going all Tarzan on us and climbing up the tree and giving us a swanton bomb. We saw fireworks. I mean, it was just phenomenal. It was so exciting, and wow. And the way Matt Hardy just keeps in character, and he plays the broken Matt Hardy ever so well, and I gotta say again, this is his best performance ever. So yeah, and of course, Broken Matt finally deleted Brother Nero. We all know a few Brother Neros that we have to delete, and now it's over. It's over. Just had to say it. I've been saying it's over like so many times. Like yesterday, after I watched the final Deletion, everyone thought I needed some medical help too, but I mean, it's the broken Matt Hardy effect. But yeah, this was absolutely incredible. I mean, so good. And I'm kind of a bit sad. I gotta say, I'm a bit sad because this is over, and I don't know if we're gonna get a part 2 of the final Deletion, but I would like that. Like, I'm just saying, I'd like to see a sequel. Just saying. But, yeah, so it was a fantastic Impact show. I heard that there was a lot of, increase in viewership this week. And of course, there was so much buzz and hype, you know, to the final Deletion. And I'm really intrigued to see where this is going to go, like, from now. Because, of course, we know that Jeff Hardy is no longer allowed to keep the Hardy name. Because that was the whole point of the match, you know. Whoever wins gets to keep the Hardy name. So, yeah, really looking forward to next week. So, yeah, that is it for this week's TNA Impact review. From me, my name is Shariya, if you didn't already know. But yeah, leave me your comments down below. Let me know any Brother Neros. Please remove yourself. But yeah, you can tweet me at nonstop Shariya. And like always, be awesome and make an impact.